You tuned in to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
For real. You out here clout chasing, man. You interviewed a nigga on your platform who ain't nobody, and he got on there and talked about Deion Sanders, Beyonce, Jay-Z, a bunch of... Come on, man. You a Pro Bowler, man. You made millions of dollars, man. That's the type of content you chasing, man. Get your goof out of here, Cam. Super goofy.
What up, my people? You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. Charleston White continues to be and show us how demonic he really is, how ignorant he really is. Now, Gillie and Charleston White, in the past, they had their back and forth. Charleston White made fun of and spoke about Gillie's son, his deceased son, made fun of Gillie for having a deceased son. Now, Gillie was speaking on him and Cam Newton was going back and forth. They had a disagreement. Gillie called Cam Newton a hater because he was saying that the Eagles quarterback is he's just a game manager. He's not a great quarterback. He just manages games, which I thought was pretty accurate for the most part. So then Gillie fires back, and Cam Newton went at Gillie as far as his rap career. He said he didn't have a rap career. He said he pretty much was a bogus rapper, didn't go nowhere. Gillie told him that you a Pro Bowler, yeah, but you never had a championship. You talking about a guy that actually won a Super Bowl, but Cam Newton, you never won a Super Bowl. So they go back and forth, and then Gillie hits Charleston White with a stray by he talking down on Cam Newton by saying, hey, look, you interviewed a nobody. You interviewed a dude that you had on your podcast that was talking about him, talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce, all these people, right? Talking about Charleston White. And because of that, just because of that simple, he didn't go crazy. He didn't call him out his name. He just called him a nobody. For calling him a nobody, Charleston White then proceeded, and I'm not even putting the clip in this video because it's that ignorant and that demonic. Charleston White proceeds to talk about his deceased son again. RIP to Gillie's son, and shout out to Gillie for not stooping down to his level. Because Gillie, he not going to respond like this. I'm going to do it for him. Charleston White, you it-looking little ninja. Like, he really is the real life it. Demonic clown. I couldn't describe Charleston White any better than that. A demonic clown. This guy told us that he was playing a character. Right? He's not. So everything you get and everything that comes out of his mouth is nothing but him acting, him being fake, him. You're not hearing his true thoughts. He's acting. He's playing a role. Charleston White talks about Gillie's son like what he said about Gillie's son is he's trying to make fun. He said, "Oh, I don't have to feel that pain of a parent losing a child." He said that's one of the worst pains you can ever feel. Blah 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 blah. Right. My problem is you in a beef with another man. Why is you bringing up their kid? Why is you bringing up anybody else but them? That's one problem. Like, address me. You can say whatever. Address me. Say whatever you want to say about me, but leave my kids out of it. Leave my wife out of it. All that. And he continues to make comparisons about how Gillie is a buffoon, a clown, that he portrays himself as a street dude. But Charleston White, you saying shit that's worse than any street dude will ever think to say. Like, he really, I believe he really think of the worst thing he can say just to go viral. Just to go viral. And to really disrespect somebody. He's made a career off of saying the most disrespectful thing. So it's like every time he says something disrespectful, oh now he went viral for saying something disrespectful. Now he got to top it and go be even more disrespectful. You know what I mean? He's on that type of Kanye West level, Ye level of where he got to say the most craziest thing, and every time he trying to top himself, saying, "Oh, let me say this." Like you talking like first of all, why are you speaking on the dead? That's demonic already when you dissing the dead. Talking about his son was in the street and that my son would never be in the street. My son, like it'd be really ironic. It'd be really cause in the video Charleston White proceeds to say that how he had never feel this pain, how he had never go through what Gillie's going through. For one, you don't know what life is gonna throw at you. Not saying that anybody's gonna be deceased, but you don't know what can happen. You over here saying I will never feel this, I will never do that. You don't know what can happen tomorrow. So it'd be really ironic for Charleston White if the same thing that happened to Gillie happened to him. It'd be really ironic after he done said completely that this will never happen, right? You never know what could happen. So for him, like people like that, we need to stop supporting straight up. It's a clown act. He's a clown. And the crazy part is Charleston White had, when he first came out, he had a message. He had the message. That message then got diluted, then got watered down. He a comedian that I seen some of his stand up. It's trash. He's not a real comedian. He's only funny. Like he's only funny when he's being his real self. When you go on stage and try to do these skits and these acts and like prepared stuff of what you're gonna say, it don't work. The only reason why he was funny was because he was just saying silly, off the wall, crazy shit that it was just funny the way he presented it, of him actually just speaking off the top of the head. So why somebody would pay to see Charleston White as a comedian, I don't know. People do it, I guess. But he's really run his course as far as his message that he had when he first came out is not. It ain't there at all. There is absolutely no message now. I guess he still does numbers with Say Cheese. Him and Say Cheese do good interviews pretty much every time he does an interview with Say Cheese. But I think that's even winding down. Like these antics and this saying just the most ignorant stuff to somebody like Gillie about somebody that's deceased is, and I know he wants to disrespect Gillie, but there's only a few. It shows who he really is. It shows who he really is. Only certain type of people are gonna talk like he did about somebody's deceased son in the way he did. You gotta be, if you do that, you gotta be demonic. I don't want to hear nothing about you playing a character. I don't want to hear nothing. Well, he said something about me. He didn't say nothing like that to you. He didn't talk about anybody but you. He didn't talk about your son. He didn't talk about nobody close to you. Only you. So there really ain't no justification to what he's saying at all. There's no justification. It's all demonic. It's all ignorant. It's evil. It's straight evil. It's pretty much just like the whole Chicago wave of everybody dissing their ops, dissing the dead, and then you hear people like 50 Cent doing it now after Irv Gotti passed. Like, if you got beef with somebody and it's that real, say something when they're alive or do something when they're alive. If you wait till somebody gets deceased and then you want to talk and rag on them when they ain't here, it's the old saying, look, if somebody ain't here or ain't in the room with you, don't talk about them. If somebody is no longer on this earth and you want to speak on them negative, they ain't here to defend themselves. So really what you doing, you already coming from a coward place by speaking on somebody that ain't even here. Charleston White, he really listen, I was a Charleston White fan at first. Like when he was really coming, when he first came out, he was really had a message, a real message. But as he kept going, he just is just saying shit just to say it, just to give views, just saying the most outlandish, ignorant stuff just to give views. So I'm really I'm turned off by it completely. Pause. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments though. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see if Gillie responds. I don't know if he will. I don't think he will, because Gillie, like, what you gonna say other than that? Like, when you go that low, it ain't really much to talk about. If we see each other in person, then that's how to handle it. Really, and once you go that low, there ain't nothing else to do but fight or something. Y'all let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Shout out to the 2 members, Angela Reddick, John Paul. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard soul, hard